sure y'all subscribe, because a big percentage of y'all are not subscribed. If you are not subscribed, subscribe. I promise you won't regret it. Alright, y'all, go ahead and enjoy the video. Yo, what's up, y'all? I learned I'm here, bro. Now, if you realize I'm wearing the same shirt and he's still doing his hair, you know, because these videos has been filmed. I don't know how I'm gonna upload them. I don't know if they're gonna be double back to back. I don't know if they're gonna be like that. But yeah, this is we filmed 3 videos, you know. So let's get some more of that. Dylan is chilling. I kind of want to be scared.
Situation. There have been stories of ghosts being funny, entertaining, or just minding their own business. It appears this was what happened to the channel Technical Baba in April 2021. In the short video posted to YouTube, 2 people were surprised by their exercise bike pedals moving on their own. The video starts rather suddenly, which could be because they scrambled to get their camera to film. The pedals move for a good few seconds before they start to slow down and look on the verge of stopping. Then the camera cuts to a new shot and the pedals are moving rapidly again until the video ends. The video itself doesn't have a lot of views, 3 at the time our video was posted. Also, the description doesn't provide any information. The other videos posted on the channel are random and don't relate to the recent one posted. It's hard to say if they have experienced any activity before, but it is my opinion the video has been staged. The bike's momentum at the beginning is slowing down more and more, and then suddenly the camera cuts to a shot of it moving much faster. While this is just speculation, it would seem they stopped filming, started moving the pedals, and then recorded them moving on their own momentum. Exercise bikes, particularly older ones, are known to do this. If someone gives them a good crank, they can move for some time, around 30 seconds to a minute if it's good enough. This is just an example of videos to watch out for. On one hand, they show we need to go into such examples with an open mind. We are allowed to believe in the paranormal, but also remember not everything we see is evidence. On the other hand, skeptics should remember just one video like this doesn't disprove the many more examples of paranormal footage out there. Number 3. Loie Lane is a YouTuber and self-described as paranormal obsessed. In October 2018, just in time for the scary season, she and her friend London decided to investigate one of the most notorious hauntings in the United States. The RMS Queen Mary was once the pride of the Cunard White Star Line, providing luxury passage across the Atlantic. It operated from 1936 until its retirement in 1967. Since then, it has been in the ownership of the city of Long Beach in California, operating as a floating hotel. Despite being considered a top-class vessel, the Queen Mary has a dark side to it. During its time in operation, the ship logged 47 passings on board. Most were the result of natural causes. However, there have been some scary passings as well, such as a man who had his life taken under a mechanical door. Of all the rooms in the hotel, stateroom B340 is by far the most notorious. According to legend, during one of the ship's final voyages, a man took the lives of 2 women on the ship before he was apprehended and locked in the room. A guard was posted outside and heard the man screaming, claiming someone was in there trying to take his life. The guard ignored him and only opened the door when NYPD arrived to take the man into custody. When they opened the door, they supposedly found the man ripped apart. 3 of the staterooms were eventually converted into one, which became known as B340. In the 1980s, the hotel closed the room due to guests leaving in the middle of the night. It only reopened for booking in April 2018, although the hotel removed the markings from the door, as curious guests would wait outside the room all night hoping something would happen. Loie and London were able to reserve the room for the night, and quickly things got interesting. For starters, the room came with a briefcase containing tarot cards, a fake candle, a glass ball, and a Ouija board. To further prove the hotel staff are well aware of the room's reputation, there are instructions posted in the bathroom on how to play the game Bloody Mary.
What the?
Why would you
have that in there? Like, why would you even want to go in there by yourself? Like, you just retarded. I'm not going in there. Like, I'd be the one to go in there to clean up and then, you know, like,
resembling a doorknob
I can't do that.
operating.
No, it can't already be happening.
Did you tell me you heard that?
Nobody else is in the room with them, and it would not be possible for them to hide a third unseen person, as the only way out from where the noise came from is down the hallway they are standing in. Continuing the tour, the two note how there are encounter stories on the walls of the room. There's certainly something eerie about having to not only sleep in a haunted room, but also surrounded by stories from previous guests. As Louie is reading another story out, both her and London hear a noise that is unfortunately not picked up on the camera's audio.
When I turned to see if it was one of my
You heard that,
Yeah, what was it?
What is heard, however, is a breathing sound as if someone is sighing directly into the camera's microphone. The original noise they heard came from a door they showed earlier, one which doesn't function anymore. As London is telling the story of the legend, a knocking sound comes from behind them.
No, dog, and like his entire body was just like ripped apart limb by limb, and like each limb was placed in.
It sounds either like a knock at the door or as if someone is trying to open the door. When London goes to investigate by looking through the peephole, the knocks happen again.
No, I don't like this. I actually no.
Is there someone out there?
No, okay, actually no.
Where did that come from?
While Louie is unsure where the knocks came from, believing it was in the closet, it sounds more like the knocks came from the room's entrance. By now both women are freaked out. They acknowledge there are others nearby, and even a party of some sort, but the room is located down a long hall, somewhat isolated. Furthermore, when London opens the door to investigate, they hear someone talking, but it's clearly from further down, too far away to have caused the mischief. This is only half of the first video they made about the Queen Mary, and already things are getting good. Check out the remainder for yourself, and if you want me to continue analyzing Louie and London's investigation, let me know in the comments. Number 2. Archivo Extincto is a Mexican-based channel dedicated to paranormal investigation. In August 2020, the channel decided to explore an old cemetery, but unlike other cemeteries around, this one has a large number of those who passed away far too young. As the duo makes their way up the steps to the main section, they pause after hearing sounds around them. While not picked up by the camera audio, or at least too faint to hear, something has clearly scared them. Let me know if you hear something.
Estar en un panteón, ¿escuchaste? Sí.
I don't even like going to no cemetery in general.
¿Qué es eso, güey?
It should be noted they are outside, so it's possible it was simply an animal running around, since animals can be heard in parts of the video. As they continue to explore, the sad reality of where they are begins to set in. One grave has toy cars left on it, a reminder of the people who are buried here. It's not hard to feel something at this moment, thinking of the anguish the families must still feel at the loss of a child, but it is also heartwarming to see people leave objects of fun and joy for the spirits to use. Not long after the discovery, the two hear a sound and start asking questions. They receive a reply of what sounds to be a whimper or possibly a giggle from behind them. After, it becomes almost completely silent, certainly sending chills down their backs. The sound doesn't resemble any of the bird or insect noises heard earlier, and the fact those sounds seemingly stop immediately after is both puzzling and spine-tingling. After taking a few minutes to compose themselves, the two carry on. Things stay quiet for some time until the cameraman hears a similar sound from before, this time right behind him.
Incluso en donde él duerme, nos comentaba que le han bajado. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Se escuchó?
Sí.
That's exactly what it sounds
More
like.
like an owl or possibly a pigeon this time. Even so, we can't blame them for getting scared.
Y que la allá.
As they are looking out towards the top of the cemetery, one of them spots what he believes is the flicker of a lamp. Sadly, it was not seen on camera, but the two decide to investigate the area. After some time without anything, they ask questions again, and what sounds like either feet shuffling or hitting the ground after hopping from an elevated place echoes from directly behind the camera.
No seas mamón, güey. Allá, acá. Acá abajo, güey.
Interestingly enough, from the latter theory, there is a drop right behind the camera. The two believe it sounded like feet rapidly rushing on the stone paths from below, but nobody else is around and anybody would have spotted when they turned around to look. Spurred by the sounds, they decide to do a spirit box session. Almost immediately after saying hello, a voice responds, returning the greeting.
Hola.
After asking for a name, they receive the response Kevin.
¿Quién eres? Kevin?
This causes excitement
Belmont's company.
when they continue asking questions.
¿Cuál es tu nombre? Luz.
As they move to a different location, another voice comes through, seemingly identifying itself as Luce. The voice sounds different from the Kevin who came on before. Sadly, it seems they had no further responses as the video cuts away. Later in the investigation, they get their clearest response to the human ear. After asking another question, what sounds like a child responds from behind, jump scaring the cameraman.
Dime qué es lo que quieres, niño. Vete a la chingada.
The response is very clear and very close, and they believe it said Hugamos, meaning let's play. As they are wrapping up and returning to their car, they capture the scariest moment of the whole night. Standing behind them is an apparition with clear physical features, 2 arms, 2 legs, a body, and a head. Neither of them saw it at the time, but it is amazing they managed to document something so clear. From the looks of it, it appears to be an adult due to its stature. Could this be Kevin or Luce from earlier, or something completely different? I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1.
Oh, number 1. Whoa. He's not perfect.
Imagine yourself diving in a lake where trees grow but backwards. In Kennedy Lake in Kazakhstan,
I'd never
the
dive,
apparent
bro.
foliage of these trees are long and dark green, almost looking like Cthulhu's tentacles. However, if someone were to tell us these trees use the long vines to capture prey, we would have probably believed them. It doesn't help that the video shown here uses creepy sci-fi music to accompany it. This is also sure to be a thalassophobe's nightmare, since such imagery is enough to give anyone chills. Kennedy Lake is located in the Tian Shan Mountains, a heavily forested area in Kazakhstan. The lake has become a popular place for diving in the country due to the trees in it. However, and thankfully so, the reason for them being there and looking like they are has a much easier and harmless explanation. In 1911, a quake created a natural dam, allowing the area to flood with decades worth of rainwater and creating the lake we know today. The area is literally part of a sunken forest, the trees having stood there since long before the earthquake occurred, and are now petrified as a result of the water. More amazing is many of them still have the needles they grew over 100 years ago, thanks to the cooler temperature at the altitude. As for the long cosmic horror-like branches, these are natural algae growing off the branches. The space below is what allows them to grow to such great lengths. Overall, these trees are beautiful, with the crystal clear lake allowing light to penetrate deep down, providing an amazing blue light to accompany the dark green plant life. It is yet another reminder of how much natural beauty there is in our world, often unknown to a majority of people. One can't help but wonder what other similar physical features out there The world has to offer something intimidating yet equally as beautiful. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So are these videos. From harrowing.
So are these videos. 14 minutes. But alright, y'all, this is part 2 of nice scary video that live in my head rent free. Dylan and Shalene, you know what I'm saying? Be able to always used to hear. So first link in the description, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. But alright, y'all. Dominic, we out of this for peace.